if I could survive. He took all my oxygen. She said, baby, what you talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
I'm a gentleman, baby, and a dog with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle. When I do a little dance till it turns daylight. So jump, in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
Say, baby, what you talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said. Say.
It's the venue that's had plenty of success, come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Not a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're off from Arrowhead. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
They kick the running back in motion. It's Nix out of the pistol. Caught, this is Greg Dulcich. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And the Broncos will have a first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Nix with it on first. Taken in by Harrison. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Lone back gets the handoff. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Catch is made down the right sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
From the red zone now. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
They'll send him up the middle. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos finish up an excellent opening series. That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Now give left side. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. And that one's going to hit the turf. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. Kansas City sends out its punt team. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Broncos get set to take over. They're set up at the 35 now.
Let's go.
Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
Here we go.
Play action with Nix. Vacates quickly left side. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
The QBs today so adept at doing just this, buying themselves enough time and finding a target. The problem on this one, just not the throw he needed to make the completion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He's got it on the bootleg. Dulcich hauls it in. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. After the flag, they've got 3rd and 9 to figure out. Man in motion here. Running back sent in motion. On 3rd down, here's Nix. Gets this one to Harrison. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They'll throw again. Nix. He lofts it deep left. He's got it deep downfield. It's a Denver touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. And that one is going to go out of bounds. Wow, they're going to get great field position out of this. First and 10 from the 41.
Yellow. Eye down these two. My side.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And the defender comes away with it. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. On 1st down, they'll run. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Nix now to throw. He's gonna try to drop it in deep right. What a dive! I think he caught it! They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. They motion the tight end over. They'll try and punch it in. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Second and goal coming up from the 7. He gets another shot here, and he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Third time's the charm. He gets it again. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. 3 yards on that carry. That leaves them facing 4th and goal.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. First down, didn't score. Second down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Return coming from the 6. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Line. 15.
Here's the first look for the rookie out of USC. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Into the hands of Pat Fryermuth. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Yellow. Hey, dribble it. Right side.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. It's the end of the 1st in this AFC West showdown. It's the Broncos out in front. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the 2nd quarter. Chiefs football here. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Pistol now for Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They go play action. It's Mahomes. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Completed to his running back. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Yellow, 15. Far side.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Will score. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs start to fight back with their first points of this game. Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Chiefs cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Running this one left. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now quick to the left, it's caught. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Running back sent in motion. Now Nix. Touchdown, Denver! It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
To return this, Rashid Shaheed. Big lick from the coverage team there, and that's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow. 15. Hey, yellow, hey, go going. Far side.
Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Broncos are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
1st down, ball at the 36.
Let's go. Check. 79 Bronco. Get up.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Finds a man right side. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. It's Nix out of the pistol. Rolling out to his left. Throwing on the... Oh my! It's intercepted in the end zone! And the Chiefs will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Brought in right side. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Hey, 15. YOLO.
Blitz coming, Mahomes. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Throwing on 3rd and long. He's got a man left. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Yellow.
Give now to the running back. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. And it's the Chiefs with a 2nd and 7.
Hey, 57. Yellow.
Play action, Mahomes. He puts some juice on a deep throw. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Broncos get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Nix with it on 1st. That one's complete over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Has it at the 7. All the way, touchdown Denver! The Broncos boat racing them to the halftime locker room. That one right down the middle. And the Broncos make it a 24-point ball game. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Shaheed now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
they'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yellow, yellow.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Short pass brought in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 30.
Here's 2nd and 2. And they pick him off again. And he makes the house call. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Now they'll try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos grow their lead yet again.
38. Chiefs 7.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Shaheed now to return. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Right. Yellow, yellow. Right.
Mahomes trying again after the pick. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw, and they pick him off again. And the Broncos will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
You know, you call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
Go.
Nicks off the play action. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Ready. Trap 60. 19, pioneer. Set, hey.
Nicks from the gun. Pass complete to Dulcich. And they make the tackle at the 38. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. On 1st and 10, here's Nicks. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get more points to end a lopsided first half. That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos continue piling on to this lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Shaheed now to return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything.
What's that?
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Shaheed now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They're out and set, first and 10.
Yellow. Easy. Watch out.
This is ahead for about 5. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
With all these collisions these running backs take between the tackles, sure nice to get a little crease on the outside, get in that open field, and let these runners do their thing.
Yellow. Watch out.
They fake the handoff, now Mahomes. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Yellow. Come back. Watch out.
Hand off to the back. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Hey, 57 color. Watch out.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Watch out.
Pressure coming from Mahomes. Fryermuth there to bring it in. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate, but the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Here's the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He was a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion.
Go.
Plowing up the middle. And this one does not go far. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Another carry for him. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
Come on, set. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready?
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Here's a loft deep down the middle. Tried to float that one in, and the defender's there for the interception. Justin Reed has the INT.
Intercepted. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Attack, attack! March high!
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. But, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard.
Fight on these two, fight on these two! March high!
Off play action, it's Mahomes. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down.
Easy, 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 easy! March high!
Pistol now for Mahomes. The throw left side finds Freiermuth. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Hello. 15, 15! And color! Strike!
Another throw for Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
March high!
Back to the air, Mahomes. That's cut beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
March high!
Lone back gets the handoff. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
Now they send their back in motion right. From the 36. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Pat Surtain has it. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos tack on 7 more to their lead.
Chiefs 7.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Shaheed now to return. Man, he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Line. Attack! Right side.
Now a give running right. And he found some running room for a nice gain.
We're good.
Offense in the hurry up here.
Made at the 36-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Hey, Sunday. Right side.
They give it to him again. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That's the end of the third.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Chiefs have possession, and this final quarter begins with them in a massive hole. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Yellow. Hey, 43. Right side.
Right up the gut. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Yellow. Hey, rip list. Right side.
Now give left side. He breaks the tackle, and he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Hey, 43, 15. Right side.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he works it deeper into enemy territory past the 40. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Right side.
Back to the well again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up.
Fight down these two. Right side.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Right side.
Off the play fake. It's Mahomes. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Broncos will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
He hands it off. And he's brought down for a loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down. They've got a man in motion.
Check smash. Check go.
Back-to-back carries here. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
So the ball on the midfield stripe now after that big play. It's 1st and 10. Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Let's go. Street.
They'll run now on second down. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him 5 on that play. Still need 3 times that now on 3rd and 15.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Here we go. Ready to work.
They'll run it here on 3rd down. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. An 8-yard gain, but still left with 4th and a bunch.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Yellow. 15, yellow. March hard.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Yellow. March hard.
The give here on 2nd. Breaks the tackle, still going. 16 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Yellow. Hey, 57. March hard.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
We're good.
Hurry up offense now as time runs down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
15. March hard.
Give now to the running back. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running.
It's 3rd and 2.
15. March hard.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. That's the 1st and more inside the 45. Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs putting up points in a game decided. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Chiefs take 7 points off the deficit. With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And this one's covered by the Broncos hands team. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
70 Lions. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He sends this one to the end zone. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown.
Touchdown, Denver.
The Broncos are running them out of the building. That one right down the middle. And the Broncos continue adding on to that lead.
Chiefs 14.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Yellow. 15, 15. Hey, ribble it. My side.
Running this one left. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Line. Yellow. My side.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
43. My side.
Play action, Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
Fourth and forever coming up.
Yellow. My side.
Mahomes to throw for it. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Broncos take over as he records the 40th interception of his career.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. They'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to